Well, hello everybody, and welcome to a special edition of CLAldridge Art, in which I have been tagged by Adult Coloring with Shara to share with you the 5 books that I would take into quarantine with me if I needed to be in quarantine. Now, assuming that I cannot take any of the books that I have drawn, although this would be a good choice because it's actually 8 books in one, or drawings from 8 books in one. Assuming that I cannot, or that I would be allowed to take all of my own books into quarantine. These are the 5 by other people that I would choose. The first and the top of the list would be Friends from My Imaginary World by Jane F. Hankins. This book I have colored a little bit in, but there are, of course, tons and tons of things still left to color. This is an amazing book, and Jane is an artist who lives in Arkansas. She is a sculptor. She is a painter. She is simply marvelous. This is the most recent one that we did on stream. So I would definitely be taking Friends from My Imaginary World. Now the rest of them are in no particular order. I love them all for different reasons. This one is called Sacred Animals. I would take it because I love the artwork. I love the illustrations that Lydia Hess does. I don't love all of her work, but I love this particular book. It is just simply amazing. I've only colored one thing in here so far, so I would definitely be happy to have this one with me so that I could color a lot of different pages in this book. And since we don't seem to have any restriction on the mediums that we can take, I would take definitely my Inktense and my emergency take with me bag of my Prismacolors. So Lydia Hess's book, Sacred Animals. Now the next one that I would take is not only for sentimental reasons, because it's by my dear friend Sue Curry, but also because it's a book of absolutely gorgeous art. And it is Windows into God's World. And the reason why is because, now, y'all know that I'm decidedly not one particular religion or another. What I am is agnostic, which means that I have a deep respect for all faiths. I just haven't picked one or, devoted myself to one particularly. So I would take this book on the theory that there are no atheists in a foxhole. And if I am quarantined, it means I've been exposed, and therefore I'm hedging all of my bets. But this is a beautiful book that is full of inspirational verses from the King James Version of the Bible. And so I would take this into quarantine with me, and I would definitely be coloring in it Windows from God's World, or Windows into God's World by artist Sue Curry. The next one I would take is Goddess Nature by the wonderful artist Christina McAllister. And this book is just simply gorgeous. And Christina's artwork is amazing. And I have only done one so far in this book. Now there are a couple of the more interesting ones are repeated, and that is because there's like a practice one in there and then the one to actually do. Like This is such a stunning picture done. There's the big versions and then the smaller versions of it. But like that one, I love this one, but there's only one of them. So, and anyway, isn't this gorgeous? The old lady here, or I guess she's she's a forest spirit. I love this one. This is the one that I did, and we did this with, I don't remember what we did. Pretty excellent watercolors. I used watercolors on this in a grayscale book. So yes, it is possible. And then I also used my gold watercolors as well. So I would definitely take Christina's Goddess Nature with me. The last one should be no surprise. It is a Maria Troll book, or Trolle. I have all of them. The one I would take would probably be Botanicum, only because it was my first. Although I have Drum Reese, I have Flora, I love them all. But I would take this one because I have colored some in it, although not very many things. I think I just colored this one so far, and so that's probably why I would take this book. We did this with, I think I did this with Inktense and Graphitints. But what I love about these books is I can use my water mediums in them, and they don't bleed over to the other side. So, those are my 5 books that I would take with me were I needing to be quarantined. And I am going to tag Sandy at Color Creatively to name her 5 books. Thank you for joining me, everybody. We'll see you soon. On Sunday, color something pretty.